Alright, so what I'm going to show you is what happens when you first open up Photoshop. So, to begin, when you open up Photoshop, you're going to go to File, and then you're going to go to New. When you open up a new file, you're going to see that a screen pops up. This screen has several things. The first thing I want to describe is width and height. This can be really in pixels or inches. I really don't use any of the other ones. The main ones are pixels and inches. What I'd like to talk about is that I usually use pixels when I'm developing something. Think about something on the web. A standard web page is about 800 by 600 to, let's say, 1000 by 1024 by 768. So you can kind of think about that when developing a picture. So if you were going to develop, say, a header on a website, a good size would be 800 by 150 in height. Resolution. Default resolution in Photoshop is 72 dots per inch or pixels per inch. The highest that can be viewed on a monitor or on the web is 150 pixels per inch. So usually when I'm developing something, I always like to change this to 150. I don't want to usually go more if it's something I'm viewing on the computer, and I don't usually want to go less if it's, there's really no reason to go less. I usually always go to 150. What does this do though? This makes my file size look bigger. Okay, next we have, if I'm going to print this photo, if this is a photo that I'm actually printing, I'm going to want to bump this up to about 300 dots per inch. Alright, next we have color mode. Obviously grayscale is black and white. RGB means red, green, blue, and what that is, and what that means is that this is the colors that you see on your monitor. This is how our monitor sees things. So if this is an image that we're going to be looking at via our monitor or via the web, we use RGB. If we want to view it, if this is an image that we are going to print, we're going to use it in CMYK. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when you're in CMYK mode, you're seeing what's on your monitor, RGB, whereas when you print it, it's going to be in CMYK. So it's something to be careful of and something to take note of. So the main thing to remember there is monitor, RGB. When you're printing, CMYK. So usually, most likely, for this class, everything's going to be RGB. We're going to click OK, and we have an image that has popped up. And that is the lesson on creating a new image in Photoshop.